You're tuned in to Super Talk 1270 and Free for All Friday. Compelling local talk at 11 o'clock. Free for All Friday features groups and organizations that are plugged into progress here in Central North Dakota. Our rotating panel includes members of the Bismarck Downtowners, the Mandan Progress Organization, the Bismarck Mandan Chamber of Commerce, and representatives from Pride of Dakota. You're invited to call in and join the discussion. It's Free for All Friday on Super Talk 1270.
Ooh, welcome to the October Halloween episode, an edition of Super Talk 1270's Free for All Fridays with the Downtowners. I'm Dawn Kopp. With me is Kate Herzog, and on our boards is the super spooky Jim Walsh.
Boo, baby.
Thank you all for listening this fine, cold morning that we're having. Cold now. Warm later. Lots of candy and sugar happening, I hope.
We did have a whole bunch of Halloween candy already before the show started, so.
Yeah, we're all revved up.
I brought Jim some Whoppers, but I don't know a lot of people.
Gone.
I don't know a lot of people who like Whoppers, but I don't mind them every once in a
I
while.
like it. They have kind of a malted. They taste like a malted milkshake.
Yeah.
I'm just not a malt person. Sorry, everyone.
Everybody's got their own candy things. I think we
know.
can all agree that nobody likes Necco wafers, though. That's it brings us all together.
They're good for playing games. Like, whatever, board games.
Or those orange peanut things.
Oh, the
No.
circus peanuts. My grandpa loved them.
Okay.
Now that we have all of the candy down, we have a really great show today. We're going to be talking with Ryan, who is the new owner of Exposure, or the former Right on Broadway. She'll be coming up in our third segment. And if you want to talk to us between now and then or anytime during the show, please give us a call at 663-1270, handy number. But we have all kinds of things that are happening downtown as usual. We're going to be talking a little bit later about Small Business Saturdays, which is the shop local part of the Thanksgiving holiday weekend to kick off the Christmas shopping season. We're also going to give you guys an update of how the North Dakota Downtowners Conference went, and to thank our sponsors and everyone that came. Anyway, let's start this off.
Yeah, we had our North Dakota Downtown Conference in October. Fourth annual Downtown Conference was the first time that we had done any community keynote. So we opened up the keynote to everybody in town. We had a great response, 220 attendees at the Russell Reed Auditorium at the Heritage Center to hear Doug Burgum speak about downtowns and creating vibrant areas in North Dakota. And so that was an awesome addition to the conference this year, as well as our three speakers the following day at Dakota Stage. Just a phenomenal time in North Dakota to see our downtowns kind of coming into their own, seeing people who are, full-time employees, these organizations really taking off. So just wanted to thank everybody who came out to our fourth annual North Dakota Downtown Conference, including all of our awesome sponsors and supporters, from, the snacks we had at the keynote to everything else we did later on, our lunches. It was just a great event. So thanks,
Breakfast
everybody.
from Lucky Ducks.
Yeah.
Caramel rolls.
Lots of caramel rolls.
And caramel was the key to the caramel rolls.
Yeah, so again, thank everybody for coming to the 4th Annual North Dakota Downtown Conference. I'm sure we'll have the 5th Annual North Dakota Downtown Conference coming up next year.
So here we go. We're going to be talking about everything that's coming up in November, starting off with the Heritage Center grand opening on Statehood Day, November 2nd, which is actually Sunday. They are going to have these wonderful free programs available to the entire public. Come in and see what the Heritage Center expansion is all about. It is a beautiful space. If anybody loved the Heritage Center as much as I did prior to the expansion, you're going to just flip over what's happening now. This is a top-notch facility, and it's just beautiful. I wish I could live there.
Yeah. Night at the museum.
Mm-hmm.
They're also going to be opening their other two exhibits. So if you'd been to the Heritage Center into the news sections. They had 2 of the 4 exhibits open. They're going to be opening the other 2, so they'll be kind of fully open for Statehood Day. It's going to be a great event. November 2nd, Heritage Center grand opening, Bismarck Capitol grounds.
We have another really exciting opening on November 6th at Impact Gallery and Gifts. They have a new featured artist there, and he does fused glass work. So if it's kind of like taking pieces of glass, putting them together in different shapes, and then putting them in a kiln to see them form bowls and plates and all kinds of different sculptures.
Yeah, so in downtown Bismarck at Impact Gallery and Gifts, the artist reception for Charles Van Zee, the kiln-fused glass artist, will be November 6th from 5 to 8 p.m. And they have a little event going on Eventbrite if you want to sign up and make sure you get your spot. But it's not too often that they do featured artists because Wayne Pruce is generally their featured artist. And so this is kind of cool that they're making space for a new artist in their gallery.
And Lynn and Wayne always go above and beyond the call of duty when it comes to receptions. So you're guaranteed a very fun night at their gallery. So check it out at Impact Gallery, November 6th.
Yeah, if you're looking for something to do with the kiddos, Disney Junior Live on Tour Pirate and Princess Adventure is going to be November 1st, which is tomorrow at the Bismarck Civic Center. I think it starts at 1 p.m., and you can check their website for more details. It's kind of getting to be that holiday season with those types of events and stuff. So even though it's not holiday-oriented, it's starting to feel like it. Stuff on ice makes it feel like holidays.
The frost on the grass as well. Mm-hmm. November 20th, Purses and Pearls will be doing their annual event at the Toasted Frog. There are only 100 tickets available, and they're only just at $40 each ticket. That takes place from 5:30 to 9:30 in the evening, again at Toasted Frog. You can pre-purchase your tickets by calling the American Cancer Society at 250-1022, or you can visit their website also. This is also a really fantastic event, a great way to support cancer charities, our American Cancer Society office here in town. So check out Purses and Pearls at Toasted Frog.
Yeah, and then we've got it's just kind of getting into the holidays. It's just a crazy busy time for downtown Bismarck businesses. We have live stand-up comedy. John Corroy is going to be at Dakota Stage on November 21st and 22nd, so that weekend. This is always a good time. They always have there's not many chances to see stand-up comics in Bismarck and North Dakota in general, for that matter. And so Dakota Stage has a series of live stand-up comics coming up. DakotaStageLTD.com. You can pre-order your tickets. They'll send you an e-ticket and, get it cheaper or something like that. This is great.
Discounts are always good.
So towards the end of the show, we're going to preview some more holiday events that are coming up in downtown Bismarck. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on Super Talk 1270 with the Downtowners.
Right now, 23.
Get the traffic and weather information you need anytime on Super Talk 1270 and online at supertalk1270.com.
And thanks for joining us once again on this super scary Halloween edition of Free for All Fridays with the Downtowners. Just going over some great events coming up in downtown Bismarck in our last segment. And now we're going to move on to one of our biggest events of the year for small businesses, which just happens to be Small Business Saturday, coming up November 29th.
Yeah, this has been an awesome event for us in downtown Bismarck and a really fast-growing event for us. If you don't know the history behind Small Business Saturday, here it is. I'll try and make it spooky
Thanks, Kate.
sounding. Small Business Saturday was started by American Express, really to help small and independent businesses get more customers during the holiday season. And so when they're kind of making this event, they thought, well, there's Black Friday, there's Cyber Monday. Why don't we do Small Business Saturday and that whole holiday shopping weekend? And so in 2010, they started it off. It really took off. 2012, they had an estimated $5.5 billion spent at small independent businesses on Small Business Saturday. And so this is an event that we have kind of continued to grow in downtown Bismarck. Obviously, we have a lot of small and independent businesses there. Excuse me. And so we've just seen tremendous growth. From 2012 to 2013 in downtown Bismarck, we saw a 48%
Doubling.
increase in businesses that have participated. So up from 18 to almost 36 businesses in 1 year jump. All those businesses, or 94% of the businesses, met or exceeded their traffic expectations. It's a little different from Black Friday, at least from my point of view. The Small Business Saturday in downtown Bismarck is more of an event. It's less of a elbow in the nose to
Free
get
for all
a
to
$300
get there.
TV. And so just kind of like our art and wine walk, we see people come in groups. They really make a day out of it. A lot of our downtown restaurants on Small Business Saturday, are doing brunch menus or breakfast menus, or they're having lunch specials. So it really is a little more low key. It's just as busy, but not as scary on Small Business
That's
Saturday.
true. Right. It's more relaxed. You kind of come as you get up, have some breakfast, maybe some
Yes.
coffee with friends and family. It's a great way to spend the weekend with everybody that's in town that weekend.
And you could probably get a mimosa or Bloody Mary. We
That's
do
true.
not judge you in downtown Bismarck if you want to have a
No.
Bloody Mary for Small Business Saturday. So definitely want you to check it out. We're going to have, starting after November 10th, we're going to have all of the specials and sales on our website at downtownbismarck.com. It's really our version of a sales flyer like you might get at one of the, Target or something like that. So you can really plan out your day for Small Business Saturday.
You can map it out. You can decide what chunk you want to hit before lunch, and then you take another chunk, and then you maybe take a break, have a drink or get some coffee, and then you go and hit the rest, and then you have some dinner downtown. It's a whole day's worth of fun.
I guarantee that you'll find something on Small Business Saturday downtown that you probably didn't know that we had in the community. In addition to having the restaurants and retailers, we also have a lot of great service places that are offering, deals. A lot of our salons, things of that nature. CC's Feminine Fitness, who we might talk, later in the year here about their new location. But even the restaurants usually do gift card buys. Buy this much in gift cards, get some back. So this is an awesome event. Really want to invite people down for Small Business Saturday, November 29th. We'll be there. We've got some swag to hand out. Small Business Saturday totes, pins, pens, balloons, dog bandanas.
That's true. You might want, if you have a small dog, they'd fit your small dog. If you have a larger dog, you might want to tie a few together and put them around his neck.
And again, really, the point of Small Business Saturday in downtown Bismarck and across the country, and this is a nationwide event, is to spend money locally and shop small. Generally, what we've seen and what the statistics prove out is that, for every $100 that you spend, 68 of it comes back into the community if you spend it at a local business versus maybe 48 at a national business. So you're just lowering your taxes by spending money. So if your spouse gives you a hard time about spending how much money on Small Business Saturday, you say, you're welcome for lowering your taxes.
It's for the good of all.
So like we said, go to our website. After November 10th, we're going to have all those specials up there, a map for you to find your way around. We're hoping to have at least the number of businesses we had participate last year, which was 36, if not more. We've had more open up in the last year. So Small Business Saturday, downtown Bismarck, November 29th. It's going to be great.
You can really find things for everybody in your family. A lot of people think maybe that downtown is more boutiques and geared toward women, but really you can find stuff for everybody now that we have so many fantastic shops. But one of them that we should give a shout out to is a longtime anchor of downtown, Red Wing Shoes. And they recently expanded. So it's not just workwear necessarily anymore, but they have footwear for everybody in all kinds of occasions. And so if you're looking to update your wardrobe, you can go there. They also carry more clothing and also a larger line of workwear. So for the practical person in your life, that's like, I like gifts that I can use. They're a great fit. We also have Momo's Garden, which is a baby and children's store. So you can go there and find some great things that you can't necessarily find in other retailers. They carry some really great lines of kids' toys and clothing, that sort of thing that aren't found in the big box stores.
Yeah, like things like bison booties and stuff, a locally made product. You can find that at ACO generally and at Momo's Garden. So, again, we really want to let everybody know that Small Business Saturday is something that helps your friends and neighbors' businesses. And so, invite you to come down November 29th, Small Business Saturday. Like we said, specials will be up on our website. They got doorbusters. Don't think this is like 5% off.
There were people last year waiting at the door for different stores to open. So that was like, oh, Small Business Saturday, you're doing your job. So it was really nice to see that taking part last year. But just seeing people walk in groups and people of all ages together enjoying downtown and just experiencing everything that's here.
Yeah, if you're looking for parking on Small Business Saturday, definitely encourage you, if you can't find a street space, because there's no time parking on Saturdays in downtown Bismarck, shoot for one of the 3 public parking ramps. Ask the businesses if they validate. Some of the businesses do validate your parking in the parking ramp, especially maybe on Small Business Saturday. Right. And then after 4 p.m., the 3rd main ramp is free. So it's going to be a big, busy day downtown, November 29th for Small Business Saturday. So maybe bring one car down, and then you have a designated driver, too. And you have too many mimosas.
And then you can share stories to and from your destination.
Yeah, we've got a couple other events coming up. One thing we wanted to talk about that I thought was kind of cool was for the Halloween season here, 2 of our downtown businesses got together and made an awesome beer for you.
Yes.
Excuse me. Is everybody sick? It's just me. Don and I are completely sick. But
No, everybody's sick.
okay. Excuse me.
Community-wide.
2 of our awesome Fifth Street businesses in downtown Bismarck, the Peacock Alley and Laughing Sun Brewing, got together about a month ago and said, I'm going to make an awesome kind of fall beer. And so Chef Dusty at the Peacock Alley worked with Mike Freilich, who's one of the kind of the master brewers at Laughing Sun Brewing, to come up with a pumpkin ale. And it's tapped. They're serving it tonight.
They tapped it yesterday at 5.
So you can find that at the Peacock Alley tonight if you're out and about for Halloween. I think there's also a pumpkin-y, I think they're calling it Brown versus the Gourd of Education. So check it out. That's the name. I think the name of the beer. That's at Laughing Sun as well. So the Peacock Alley and Laughing Sun Brewing get together, making you a pumpkin beer tonight for Halloween pub crawl. If you are out and about and you're under the age of 40, the Young Professionals Network is doing their Halloween pub crawl tonight, and you can find that information at ypnetwork.org if you're looking for something fun to do that involves young professionals, costumes, and pumpkin ale.
If you're looking for something else to do that could become quite scary, you could take in the Halloween event at the former Governor's Mansion, which is on 4th and Avenue B. That house is pretty cool. It's very old, so who knows what or who still lives there.
And what former governor is haunting it right now. It's like Langer's ghost maybe just scooching around over there.
If you get a cold tap on your shoulder.
Just one other thing, too, if you're going to be downtown, in downtown Bismarck for Halloween tonight, obviously would love you to enjoy the community responsibly. And this is a great program from Cat Bus, Cat Transit, Capillary Transit. They have Halloween free ride days, which was yesterday and today. So these 2 days in October, riders can catch the Cat Bus for free. All routes, all times, all day, both days for all riders. So this is just kind of an appreciation event for current riders. Encourage new people to try and catch the cat. And also, obviously, kind of responsibly enjoying the event.
Halloween plus Friday equals oh my.
Yeah, you give somebody a mask and some alcohol and things could go south fast.
Awry, if you will.
Right. So encouraging everybody to kind of, be safe this Halloween. Have fun, but be safe. Catch the cat if you need a ride.
Maybe call a cab earlier on in the night so that by the time that you are looking to go home, you can get there safely.
Yeah. And then if you are out and about and you've hit the pub crawl, your mask is half off, you're just looking disheveled, ask some of the bars if they validate for your taxi as well. I know some of our business owners in downtown Bismarck would like to see you get home safely, and a lot of times they have taxi vouchers for you. So, man, lots coming up. We're going to talk with a new business owner in downtown Bismarck after the break at 11:30. You're listening to The Downtowners on Super Talk 1270 AM.
Right now, 23.
Get the app called Radio Pup for your iPhone and take us everywhere you go. Bismarck and Mandan's own Super Talk 1270.
And thank you for sticking with us on the frightening version of Free for All Fridays with the Downtowners. All right, we're halfway through our show, and we have a guest online. We've been talking about Small Business Saturday, which plays right into everything that our caller or our call-in guest has going on. So we would like to welcome Ryan to our show today. Hey, Ryan, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. How's your day going?
Pretty good. Watching the Today Show with all the cute Halloween stuff.
Yes.
I saw that Hoda and Kathy Lee were Wayne and Garth.
Yes.
Oh,
So funny.
Oh, my gosh.
interesting.
It's the best high-waisted jeans ever.
Are you dressed up right now, Ryan?
Oh, I'm wearing pajamas.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that's kind of a costume.
I'm working from home.
Yes, that's right.
Ryan is the new owner at Exposure, which was formerly right on Broadway in Bismarck, just on the other side of 3rd Street on Broadway Avenue. Ryan, a lot of people kind of were paying attention to right on Broadway. There was kind of a reinterpreting the store a little bit. Tell us kind of how that came about and how you sort of seized an opportunity there.
The current owner and I had talked about me taking over the store at some point, and early spring, late winter. So hard to tell the seasons here. So it just kind of came about in August. Decided to go forward with it, and since I do photography and I already had a business with that, I decided to combine the two and make it one business. So now the front will still be the same sort of boutique as right on Broadway, and in the back I'm putting in a portrait studio area. So you can still shop and have that fun experience, but then I can also operate a photography business through the same location.
And Ryan, you've been kind of in the photography business for quite a while. I know you have some experience working at some other places in town. Talk a little bit about your experience as a photographer.
When I first moved to Bismarck, I worked at Knut's Photography as a graphic designer, and I did all the retouching and printing and some photo assisting, and I was actually there for 17 years.
Oh.
And even from that, I did a lot of side work with photography and just built up my own clientele until I left there and went back to school for business. And while I went to school, I just did photography. That was my sole income. And then I just kind of worked my way into the boutique system. I started with Michelle doing all of her social media and marketing, because with the photography, so I would do weekly photo shoots of the new products and spread the word online.
And
That's
so,
just kind of how it all started to fall together.
again, I get a really cool combination of businesses. We have something similar to the sort of in downtown Bismarck with ACO and Crab Apple, kind of in that
Shared space.
kind of a shared space scenario. So what are you really hoping to get out of the photography side of the business?
I didn't really want to do photography full 40 hours a week because it would just get to be too much and not be so fun for me and take away from the creative part of it. So, but also in the winter, there's no place to take pictures.
Right.
With the weather and whatnot, sometimes it works outside, but the majority of the time it doesn't. So I just wanted some consistency where I could have a space to use, but, it's just a small area, so it's not completely going to run the store.
So
And then down the road, if I want to, I'm thinking of the option of actually renting out the studio space, kind of like co-studio. So if other photographers wanted to use it, they could use it a few hours a day at a small fee.
Oh, that's an awesome idea.
Yeah, and that's not set in stone yet, but that's one of the ideas. And You know, it's really being downtown. It's not just part of running a business; it's part of being the downtown culture and like the overall feel.
I saw kind of a funny blog post that almost everybody takes their pictures downtown, whether it's wedding pictures.
No.
Every time we look out the window, there's either a wedding party,
A graduation
somebody's-
session.
I'm like,
Right.
oh God, are those people making out? No, there's a photographer there. That's
Engagement photos.
You know, or,
It's funny how much you see downtown, and you actually are looking out the windows, all the people taking pictures, the random things that people don't know that they're being watched, and
All the photography students that come downtown, they're like learning how to use.
yeah.
We're
You had a
DSLR.
little boy that was in like a little fake car, and they were trying to do pictures. You could just see his little nose was all red, and he was just freezing. They're trying to get him like up against the brick, and he could barely drive his little car. It was just adorable.
we're talking with Ryan. She's the owner at Exposure, which is in the former Right on Broadway space. She's on the other side of 3rd Street on Broadway Avenue. Tell us a little bit now about the boutique side. So you're going to have your photography studio towards the back. Tell us maybe any changes or what you're looking to do with the boutique side that was right on Broadway.
The boutique will still be very similar to the store right on Broadway. We'll carry the fry boots, OTBT, a lot of the same jewelry, the headbands. The biggest change will be bringing in some clothing. And the biggest thing that everybody said to me was like, well, you have plus-size clothing. Well, yes, because that's what everybody keeps asking. I'll definitely carry that because I know there's a need for it. Because the other downtown boutiques don't really carry that.
And we're a German population here. We like
Yeah.
German food. So
Yes.
that's awesome. Again, if people don't know where Right on Broadway is, you're kind of tucked in with a couple other shops in there. There's Annex 208 and Hay Ocean. And you guys kind of all sort of work together.
Right. And that's another thing that I'm going to try to market more is make it a shopping destination. Because it's that whole block. Because even White Lace Bridal is still retail, and they have a lot of stuff that isn't wedding specific. I mean, overall, that's the plan. But there are, if you need a nice dress, they do have options. So it'd be nice for us to all work together and make it more of a shopping destination instead of
Right.
a cluster of stores.
Especially with all the accessories that you do carry.
Right.
So you could outfit or help outfit a bride or a bridal party, that type of thing.
Exactly. And same with like the shoes and the photography.
Hey, there you go.
We're talking with Ryan. She is the new owner at Exposure, which is women's boutique and studio and photography studio on Broadway. Excuse me. Studio E, right, Ryan?
What was that?
Studio
Studio
E.
E? Yes. That's the Studio E is just the name of the studio part. It's not an actual separate business.
So we've got Small Business Saturday coming up here on November 29th. I know we've talked to some of the other business owners to see if they started thinking about, what they're going to be doing for Small Business Saturday. This will obviously be your first Small Business Saturday as a business owner. Are you excited to be a part of that, and got anything fun coming up for that?
I'm excited. I haven't decided what to do yet since it's kind of also around the grand opening time. I feel like I really need to make an impact and do something really fun.
Ooh,
But
I'm
I don't.
excited.
I have a few ideas, but I don't know which one to go with yet.
I bet they are all super creative.
They might involve mustache on a stick and a picture or something. I'm seeing something like that happening, I think. So, Ryan, tell us a little bit. I know where people can find you online. I know the Facebook page still says Right on Broadway. Tell a little bit about where people can go and kind of get the idea of the concept, and then when your grand opening is going to be.
The Right on Broadway Facebook page, I didn't realize that when you change the business name that there's a waiting period. So I applied for it, and they said it will take up to 14 days. So whenever Facebook feels like changing it, it will change. So it's really frustrating because had I known that, I would have planned a little more ahead instead of doing it on the day that I wanted to broadcast it. So you can find it on there. You can also follow my other photography page, Electric Exposures by Ryan Marie. And then the Instagram account is updated, and that is Exposure 701.
Okay, all on Facebook there if you want to find that. And then you mentioned you're going to kind of do a grand opening around the end of this month. Talk a little bit about when that is and what you'll be planning for that event at Exposure.
I'm hoping to open November 20th, and the first weekend will probably be pretty basic and do the big event for Small Business Saturday.
Mm-hmm. What a great combination of a grand opening and Small Business Saturday.
Right?
Yes, like confetti falling from the sky. So
Yeah,
exciting.
and everybody's so happy on Small Business Saturday.
know.
It's true.
I love seeing all the happy faces shopping and like so many
There's
people
no
are
shopping
here from out of town with
yeah.
family and
No shopping fatigue from being awake at like midnight and all night, staying in a cold line somewhere.
right.
It's like, hey, let's get dressed up and go downtown whenever we
right?
wake up.
And Ryan, you've obviously been a part of Small Business Saturday, working at the stores or, as a consumer. But what do you think people, look forward to the most about Small Business Saturday? Don and I were talking about mimosas, but
That's our problem, probably.
Yeah, that's the best part. Stop at Lucky Ducks or Blarney, have some breakfast with a mimosa or two, and then head out for shopping. That is
Yes.
the best part.
That's
I
awesome.
agree with you there. But I think the shopping part, I don't know if it's even so much as what you find as just having fun with your friends, your family, or even by yourself, just going out and seeing the different places, what everybody has to offer, and just being part of downtown.
Well, we're talking with Ryan from Exposure, which is formerly Right on Broadway. They're going to be kicking off November 20th and then kind of a big event for Small Business Saturday, November 29th. Ryan, we're really happy to add you to the downtown Bismarck neighborhood and family, and excited to see what you have in store for Exposure, Right on Broadway, your studio. It's just going to be awesome. We've got a great group of young downtown business owners that I think really get it. And then for Small Business Saturday coming up, send everybody down there. Remember, there are things on the other side of 3rd Street. So if you want to find out more about Exposure, you can check out their Facebook page, which is Right on Broadway now, but you'll find it as Exposure later. Thanks so much, Ryan. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Downtowners on Super Talk, 1270 AM.
Right now, 28.
Your news leader, weeknights at 6 and 10. Super Talk 1270.
And we're in our home stretch on Super Talk 1270, Free for All Fridays with the Downtowners on this scary Halloween morning. Oh, gosh, we want to thank Ryan for joining us last segment and talking about Exposure and Studio E, which will be opening up toward the later part of November in downtown Bismarck at 208 East Broadway.
Yeah, I think that's going to be awesome. The studio portion in particular. I know Co-Studio, which is in the old Anderson building, Carly and Amos, you can rent that space, and people use it a lot. So I think this is going to be a cool combination of businesses. Yeah, thanks for sticking with us. Don and I are just rocking Ricola cough drops like crazy. Jim's been doing a great job making us sound good.
So if anybody has anything to call in and talk about, give us a call, 663-1270. That is our last chance to call in during this segment.
Yeah, we've got some new members to the Downtowners Association. Just want to give them a quick shout out. Axman and Associates. Jake Axman, he's a landscape architect. He also does some planning, so he's coming on board again, a young business owner joining the crew, which is great.
And a veteran of downtown is Wayne Papke with Investment Centers of America. He's a recently new member as well. He and his wife run their own Investment Centers office out of a large space on 4th Street, just north of our office. So welcome, Wayne and Investment Centers of America.
Yeah. I just want to remind everybody again, YP Pub Crawl tonight if you're looking for some fun Halloween stuff.
I have done this several times, and let me tell you, it's always a good time. Yes. But other events coming up after Halloween, we do have the Bismarck Mandan Symphony Orchestra's Holiday Pops concert happening November 21st and 22nd at the Bell. This is always a super fun event, really gets you into the holiday mood. It's upbeat, pops, it says it all right there.
Yeah, they have some guest artists that are coming in for their Holiday Pops thing November 21st and 22nd at the Bell Mayhew. So always a fun event to check out. If you've got family in town, take them to see our beautiful Bill Mayhews Auditorium, and our symphony is just stellar.
It is.
We go to at least half of the shows, and it's phenomenal. So check that out. You can get tickets online there as well. Also, Bismarck, the Big One Art and Craft Fair, November 22nd and 23rd at the Bismarck Civic Center. They've got different hours Saturday and Sunday, but you can go to the Bismarck Civic Center's website, bismarckciviccenter.com, for more information. Although the name is changing to Bismarck Events Center, so
Right. So we'll have to switch that and remember that in our brains next time.
I think I'm too old school Bismarck to maybe call it anything else, but I'll keep trying.
What used to be the Civic Center or something like that. Or what I still call the Civic Center.
Right.
That's what we hear a lot.
People do that all the time downtown Bismarck. Yeah, Cowan Drug, Finney Drug, the old Lucas building. So now we're joining the ranks of that crew, which is
So
great.
the Big One Art and Craft Fair at the Bismarck Civic Center, November 22nd and 23rd. Lots of stuff happening during that week. Right around Thanksgiving, there's tons of stuff happening too. Scrooged will be Dakota Stage Limited's next flashback film series presentation. That will happen November 28th, and I think it begins at 8 p.m.
Yeah, that's Black Friday. So you've got family in town. You broke your leg. You've been trampled trying to get a toaster or some Vitamix or something. Come down for some awesome flashback fun. $7 in advance, $8 at the door. Scrooge, Bill Murray holiday classic, 80s flick. So check it out. Scrooged. Tickets available at dakotastageltd.com. They're on sale right now.
Then we have the Bismarck Holiday Showcase that is presented by or hosted by Pride of Dakota, coming up December 5th through the 7th, again at the Civic Center. This is a really fun event. Again, a great way to shop local. Pride of Dakota is obviously North Dakota made products. They do have to be made in state, and they do go through a process to be part of Pride of Dakota. So check it out at the Bismarck Civic Center's website, like Kate had mentioned earlier. The Holiday Showcase, December 5th through the 7th.
I usually always go to this. This is like a primo place to get holiday gifts.
And sausage.
And sausage. This is a family show, Don. Just leave it that way, okay? But you can get sausage there, like from Vishik, the real sauerkraut triangle sausage if you're looking for it. So, but also, handmade crafts, and it's usually super packed, which is good to see people shopping local. So, Pride of Dakota Holiday Showcase, the 5th through the 7th in December.
December 6th, we see the event High Tea and Merriment. That will be held at Trinity Community Center in Bismarck. It features gourmet high tea entrees, a vintage style show, and holiday silent auction. You can visit the website www.shtap.org for more information.
This is always a great event for the holidays, put on by seminal figures in Bismarck, the Lundberg, Susan and her sister, Lundberg sisters. So definitely check this out. I got to go to High Tea in Canada once, and it's not snooty. It's full of food. It's full of, delicious like desserts and sandwiches and stuff. Check it out. If you've never done a high tea, you can fancy yourself up a little bit, get some suede elbow patches.
It's not just like
Hit it up.
throwing a pot of hot water onto the stove and putting a tea bag in a cup. This is real tea service and everything.
It comes on in courses, or, you kind of have that tiered plate and stuff. A cool event for Bismarck. It's fun to get into kind of the different cultural events. So check out the high tea. That's going to be great.
December 12th through the 14th, one of Bismarck's most loved winter performances, the Nutcracker, will be once again held at the Bell, December 12th through the 14th, performed by the wonderful dancers and guest artists at Northern Plains Dance. If you haven't seen the Nutcracker, or you are an annual participant, make sure and get your tickets quick and early so that you get the best seats available. It's such a beautiful performance that they do, and they work so hard on this. I love this performance of the Nutcracker.
Yeah, they usually, can sell out these shows too. So go to their website and get your tickets as soon as possible. Again, a beautiful event at the Bell. Nutcracker is just, again, seminal event. The last event in our holiday preview happening in downtown Bismarck is a cookie walk on December 13th. This is put on by Bismarck Art and Galleries Association. they sell out really fast. It says 10 to 3, but if you're not there at like 10 o'clock,
10. Yeah.
you might not get your cookies. So they ask a lot of their members and artists to make cookies, some dozens of cookies, like 10 or 12 dozen cookies of a whole different variety. I always try and get rosettes because they're super good and tough to find. You need like a grandma to make rosettes.
So the cookie walk features all kinds of goodies that aren't your standard chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin cookies. They have to be something special for the holidays. So if you're, I donate cookies to this every year, and we're always warned not to bring those boring old cookies that you can make anytime during the year.
Fancy cookies.
Yep, it's time to bring out the sprinkles and frosting kits and whatnot. So that's what they're looking for.
Yeah, this has been an awesome event for Bega. So the Cookie Walk, December 13th in downtown Bismarck at Bismarck Art and Galleries Association building. Really quickly, just a little downtown business. There's a public hearing November 19th that's been set to discuss our new downtown Bismarck zoning and design guidelines. This is something we've kind of been toying around with, and Jason Tomanik in our city planning department for some new construction things. So if you're a developer or someone looking to redo a building, downtown Bismarck might be something you want to check out. Our design standards are in place to keep downtown Bismarck looking like a downtown, looking like a historic area. So it's really important we continue to talk about our design standards in downtown Bismarck. November 19th, public hearing. If you're interested, we would love to see you there. City County building. Check that out.
Some more super exciting news coming in. We have a couple of businesses that will be locating downtown very soon. We have one called Terra Nomad that looks to open up sometime in December. This is hipster at its finest, I would say. Is coffee and lifestyle goods, which will be located in the former Discontent building and half of it. They're working really hard to save the historic brick facade right now and redo their inside. But check out Terra Nomad. That's Terra, 2 R's, and terranomadcompany.com for more information on it.
Yeah, you can see a rendering of their interior as well. Pinch and Pour out of Fargo, which is a infused balsamic vinegar and oil store, which is awesome. I've been there many times. They are going to be opening a downtown Bismarck location. We can't tell you where yet. We just know that
will be downtown.
They're coming and they'll be downtown. It's a great food retailer. We don't have a lot of food retailers downtown again, so this is great. Again, it's Halloween, and we want to remind you to, go downtown and Halloween local yourself. You could try the pumpkin ale at Peacock. Laughing Sun Brewing has got some of their Brown versus Gourd of Education tap that they've tapped. If you're going to the YP pub crawl, just want you to experience downtown Bismarck in an awesome way, in a responsible way. Remember, the CAT bus has free rides today. All you have to do is call 323-9-CAT. Put that on your phone right now if you know you're going to be crazy tonight. But we just had an awesome show. Happy Halloween, everybody. From the Downtowners, Don Kopp, Jim, who's working our boards today. You can find all our information at downtownbismarck.com. Check us out on all the social media platforms. Otherwise, we will see you in November for the next edition of Free for All Fridays on Super Talk 1270 with the Downtowners. Have a great weekend.